Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies. We got a little breaking news right now. The Saints have made their biggest and probably will be their biggest free agent splash other than Derek Carr this free agency, and we signed former Lions running back Jamal Williams. Coming off a career year with the Lions, the Saints get a solid running back 2, probably going to be running back 1 for a while when Kamara gets suspended, because we know that's going to happen. But the Saints signed Jamal Williams to a 3-year deal, and I honestly will go say right now, this is the best free agent signing we've had this year. I know it's early. I know it's a lot to unravel. But this running back 2 spot has been a need for the Saints for a long time. Basically since Mark Ingram left the first time. We've been needing a running back 2, and this is going to fill that hole, a major hole in this Saints team, man. When Kamara was not in the game at running back, the Saints had absolutely no run game, no threat in the pass game. This is going to be absolutely perfect. Let's just look at his stats from last year, man. His stats average over 4 yards to carry, 4.1 with the Detroit Lions, 262 attempts, over 1,000 yards, 1,066 to be exact, 17 touchdowns. You may add that in there. 17 touchdowns, only 12 catches, 73 yards. But when he was with the Packers and last year with the Lions, he had way more receptions. With the Packers from 2017, he had 25 catches, 27 catches, 39 catches, 31 catches. And with the Lions, he had 26 catches and 12 catches this past season. But he can catch the ball out the backfield. He can run some routes out the backfield. Honestly, he's basically Alvin Kamara light. He's not as good as Alvin Kamara, I won't say that, but he's basically the same version of Alvin Kamara. He's basically the same back. So if you're telling me we're going to basically have Alvin Kamara on the field at all times, I'll take that. I mean, last year, he definitely had a better season than Alvin Kamara. That's not Alvin Kamara's fault by any stretch of the imagination. But a solid running back 2, a guy that really is a running back 1. We're going to have two running back 1s on the roster next season. That's perfect for the Saints because obviously Kamara's probably going to get suspended. So you're going to need somebody that can, right the ship, hold that ship down when Alvin Kamara's out. And Jamal Williams is a perfect back for that. It's only 27 years old. Usually when running backs start to get that 28, 29, 30, they start to dip a little bit. 27 is the perfect age. 3 years is the perfect number on that contract. The numbers ain't come out yet. But, man, this gets me excited. This got me more excited than Derek Carr right here. Because I think our team is good enough, on the offensive line, the receiver position, now the MT's back, the defense, that it doesn't matter who plays quarterback. You just have to be good, be smart, make some throws. But this running back position, we've lost numerous games because we didn't have the running game. We can look at to that Bucs game that probably cost us a playoff spot with Mark Ingram being hurt, getting out of bounds, and that. I'm not going to blame him for it, even though we all saw it happen. But having Jamal Williams in this spot is going to be absolutely fantastic. You're bringing in a 1,000-yard rusher to the Saints. Alvin Kamara's never rushed for 1,000 yards in his career, in the season. That doesn't, mean he's better, like I said. It doesn't mean he's better than Alvin Kamara, but Alvin Kamara's never ran for 1,000 yards. Jamal Williams did that last season. Now, obviously, the Saints, they use him a lot in the receiving game. They don't really run him as much. They don't give him, as many carries. But a guy that's ran for 1,000 yards in the prime of his career, it really doesn't come up, that often. The Lions didn't want him for some reason. The Saints came swooping and took him off the Lions' hands. They signed David Montgomery. I am glad to take Jamal Williams. I was really desperate for a running back 2. I wanted Zeke. And Zeke has fell off the cliff 2 years ago. But it was still better than what we had at running back 2, man. So maybe we don't take a running back in the draft. Maybe we do because we're still going to need a running back 3. We're still going to need another running back. But that does give us, flexibility to take a running back, maybe 6th round, maybe 7th round, maybe undrafted free agency. And, don't have to force ourselves to take one 2nd round, 3rd round. So Gibbs is probably off the board. Bijan Robinson, who's probably going to be off the board anyway, is probably off our board. Now we can address some real needs, defensive line, maybe get another defensive tackle, a defensive end, maybe somebody in the secondary, maybe somebody in the offensive line. Who knows what we're going to do? Maybe a receiver. I think after we go 1st round, I think that's going to be an edge. I think that 2nd round pick is going to be just open to whomever that number 40 pick, and that's good. That's good. We just take the best player available. We'll get to more draft stuff later. We're back to Jamal Williams, man. I am so glad the Saints made this move. I promise you, this is the best move we've made this offseason. One of the best moves we've made in the offseason in a long time. Obviously, running back 2 was a big need. In my opinion, the biggest need coming into the offseason was running back 2. Over quarterback for all the reasons I just listed. Obviously, quarterback is a more important position. You would rather have a quarterback. But, like I said, a good defense, a good running attack, a good offensive line, you can almost hide the quarterback. Look what the 49ers did. They were in the Super Bowl with Jimmy G, almost made it with Brock Purdy in the game. And the Saints are kind of built like that. But to have a quarterback that's pretty good and now you have two really good running backs, a good offensive line, guys that will run block, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Hopefully we can get some packages with Jamal Williams, Alvin Kamara, Rashid, Taysom Hill on the field. It can get crazy. MT, Olave, weapons, 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 weapons. And we got them. I've been watching a lot of Derek Carr film. You know, it's coming out with Derek Carr game film. But, man, I'm going to watch Jamal Williams. I get to watch a weapon. He was really good with the Packers. Really, really good with the Lions last season. Was their best running back. Had them in playoff contention. A chance to make the playoffs. The Lions, you know, at the running back position. He was really, really good. They decided to go in a different direction. I'm so glad we secured this bag. I'm going to stop, recording this right now. See if I can find some contract details. But this is absolutely fantastic for the Saints, man. I love this pickup. Oh, my God. Just check the numbers. Just check the numbers on the Jamal Williams deal. It is 3 years, $12 million, $8 million fully guaranteed. Now, let me just break that down for you. It's very, very simple. This is basically a 2-year, $8 million deal. That is a super steal, man. You get a backup running back, a really good backup running back for $4 million per year. The third year is going to be non-guaranteed. So if he balls out, let's say he go crazy for 2 years, absolutely fantastic. Like the last year had with the Lions, we can bring him back for that third year, still at $4 million. Only the first 2 years are guaranteed. You get a running back at 27, 28 years old for 2 years in the prime of his career to back up Alvin Kamara, maybe start some games if need be. That is the perfect scenario, man. It's a perfect contract. This is absolutely a steal if you ask me. I did not think he would go for that cheap, but the NFL doesn't value running backs. But if you watch any Saints games last year, obviously that running back is a position of value, and you need one, and you really need two. The way, people getting banged up at 17 games now, this is perfect. You can split Alvin Kamara out sometimes. You don't have to run him into the ground. You have a really, really good running back too. You're not just trying to give it to some guy. I won't even mention those guys' names. I won't even be disrespectful like that. But this is the best running back too we've had basically since Alvin Kamara. I won't ramble on about this too much, man. Just know I'm excited about this one. This is a really, really good signing, man. You got to give Mickey Loomis credit. You got to give Dennis Allen credit. You got to give Pete Carmichael credit. You have to give all these guys credit. The one thing I'll give this regime over the Sean Payton regime, we go out and address needs in free agency. They do that. They go out. If they need a position of need, they want something, they'll go do it. Like I said, they've always shown me that they've had a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. And they've done that to perfection this offseason, man. Obviously, Derek Carr, that was their plan A. And you can go back to last year. Deshaun Watson was their plan A. That didn't work. We had James, we had Dalton. This year, obviously, Derek Carr was their plan A. It worked. They didn't have to go to plan B. Then you can see on the defensive tackle side, maybe Onyemata and Tuttle were plan A. That didn't work. The very next day, you signed 2 defensive tackles within 10 minutes. Now you got a running back. Obviously, it's a position of need. You go out and get Jamal Williams. That is absolutely perfect. Perfect from the Saints regime, man. I just can't wait. They get me super excited. I'm falling into this trap once again, but I'm excited for the season already. It's only March. But let me know what y'all think about this sign in the comments below. As always, this the Boo Tragedies, and I'm out.